Barack Obama is running for the presidency of the United States of America as the Democratic nominee. The nominee of the Democratic Party. Right there, brothers and sisters, we have some important tools of analysis that we must use logically and intelligently. Put the emotions aside. Black man are run for president. One of we are run for president. Imagine the White House. We may have black family. Black man and a black wife too. In the house, the White House. We have tea and picnic on the White House lawn. All the families will come to the White House for Sunday dinner. Rice and peas and chicken on the White House. Collard greens. Grits and sweet potato pie. Meatloaf, whatever, etc., etc., etc. We need to get away from that for a moment and just sit back, brothers and sisters, and use the tools of analysis at our disposal and use them intelligently. I don't want us to lose focus now. Is everybody with me? Yes. What the Democratic Party? While Malcolm X gave us a tool of analysis for the Democratic Party and the whole American system. Yeah? While Malcolm X talks about the fox and the wolf, this is the analysis he gave us in terms of the Democratic Party and the Republican. The fox and the wolf. He says the fox and the wolf are both canine. Both belong to the dog family. Both of them have the same objectives. Both have the same purpose, but they have different ways and different styles of achieving it. The Democratic Party, its original slogan was white supremacy. Because of history has forced them to change it, but that was their original slogan, white supremacy. The Democratic Party, with a rooster, a white rooster as its symbol.
Coming home
the
to
Democratic Party. You all with me?
Yes.
The Democratic Party was established for the purpose of preserving white supremacy. We know that clearly. What is the history of the Democratic Party? How many of us listen carefully to Brother Keeley? He was a very wise brother. Well-informed. When you listen to our brother, very few things that we disagree with our brother on. When you listen to him, very well researched. And he was breaking it down on Voice of Africa Radio last Monday. When he was talking about the role the Democratic Party has played in murdering our African leaders. The Democratic Party was in power when the American establishment murdered Malcolm X, murdered Martin Luther King Jr. When Papa Lumumba was toppled and murdered, the Democratic Party was in power, and the American government was behind it. Searching for Kwame Nkrumah. The Democratic Party, Lyndon Baines Johnson. I have a letter in my study folder that Searching for Kwame Nkrumah wrote to Lyndon B. Johnson about CIA agents posing as diplomats in Ghana, and whose purpose was to destabilize the Ghanaian nation. Lyndon B. Johnson was the vice president to John F. Kennedy, and then became president after Kennedy was assassinated. Democratic Party. By the way, John F. Kennedy was our friend. Why you laugh?
Clinton #1.
He's our friend. In fact, I thought it was an insult for us to crown Bill Clinton the first black president when we had John F. Kennedy. JFK 30 years before him. Or is that the reason? Was that the criteria? 10-9-1-8? Are you all with me?
Yes.
It was under the Democratic Party that COINTELPRO was launched. It was under the Democratic Party. You all with me? What has America's role vis-a-vis Africanist people been over the last 230 years or so of its existence, its official existence as an independent nation? What has its relationship been to Africa and African people? These are the tools of analysis that we have at our disposal and we must use effectively. But more importantly, let's take it on another level. So we have the Democratic Party, its origin, its history. That's not standing up, brothers and sisters, as a symbol of hope, is it, brothers and sisters? Would the Democratic Party, would they elect, would they nominate someone who was not going to champion the cause of the Democratic Party, which we have established is white supremacy? Tell me if I'm talking foolishness. Yeah? The Democratic Party who applied so much of its resources to destroying infiltrating and destroying African liberation movements, black liberation movements. They invested so much of the resources in infiltrating the Black Panther Party, the Black Power movement, the Nation of Islam. You are with me, brothers and sisters? And all the other African, the US organizations, turning brothers and sisters against each other, orchestrating violence and murder amongst our people, implementing COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program, the Democratic Party, under whom J. Hoover issued the instruction, we must stop the rise of a black messiah who can unify and electrify the masses of the black people. He said we must create so much confusion among them, within the black community, within the black organizations, that even they will turn against their own liberator. They will turn against liberation. Is everybody with me so far? 10-9-1. The Democratic Party, the American government, its policy to act towards African people is what we have to ask ourselves. We have a sister who is running for president right now. Many of us don't know about her. Many of us don't know about her because they're not going to publicize her. You know, they're not going to, give her the exposure. Sister Cynthia McKinney. She is now the head of the Green Party. And I'm not trying to get us excited about Green Party politics either, brothers and sisters. But the truth is that this sister is raising up some serious issues. And she, in fact, was a member of the Democratic Party. And had to leave the Democratic, in fact, she was thrown out of the Democratic Party because she raised some serious questions in Congress about 911.